Heard any big news lately? Something that Don might want to know.
Depends. What's it worth to you?
$20.
How about 40?
All right, spill.
The FBI's in town.
Alright guys, welcome to the channel. I will be reviewing Mafia Definitive Edition, which I've just recently played, and I have to say I'm really enjoying it. It's got an amazing storyline, stunning graphics, and even just driving around Lost Haven, while listening to the radio is a great experience. So let's get into it. Alright, graphics and atmosphere. First, let's talk about the graphics. Hangar 13 really did an amazing job recreating Lost Haven. The city feels alive. It's definitely not empty. With its 1930s inspired architecture, weather effects and lighting makes the streets look stunning, especially at night or during a rainstorm. There is one mission which I think the storm is implemented. I'm not sure if the weather is random or what, but definitely one mission. Yeah, it's just an amazing experience. Whether you're driving through the bustling city centre or the quiet countryside, every part of the world feels detailed and immersive. Also, because it's from the 1930s, the cars. Not only do they look great, but they feel they belong in that era. Driving around in these old classic vehicles really adds to the authenticity. Even the radio stations are filled with period-appropriate music and news reports that immerse you deeper into the world. Yeah, like there's definitely one part of the game where they announced that Hitler, for example, has come to be the Chancellor of Germany. I thought that was pretty cool. And there's also a time when I picked up a newspaper and it was pretty much saying that there was to be a big baseball game on. And yeah, jumped in the car, turned on the radio, and there you go, they were talking about the baseball game again. So yeah, just little things like that which I really enjoyed. Alright, gameplay and combat. In terms of gameplay, the combat has been modernized but stays true to the original game's spirit. I never played the original, just to clarify. The gunplay feels tight and there's a satisfying weight to the weapons. I definitely would say that the shooting is it's good. I actually struggled with a few missions. I actually found it quite difficult, and I'm just playing on the normal mode. And it's intense. It just, yeah. A lot of games now that you play at the moment, I don't know, you just don't really feel like that it's hard or something. Not necessarily that, but more just, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like you actually have to be careful. But in Mafia, I actually was hiding, if you understand what I mean. The cover system works well, and there's enough variety to the missions to keep things interesting, from high-speed chases to tense shootouts. It's challenging without being frustrated, which, yeah, I think is pretty good. Driving plays a big role in the game, and while some people might find this slow-paced compared to other games, I've really enjoyed it. The cars feel authentic from the time period, as I mentioned, and there's a real charm in cruising through the city, obeying the traffic laws or not, depending on your mood. Yep, so I actually set it to simulation. You can choose to have the police fully watch what you're doing. For example, you know, in Grand Theft Auto, you can just fly past a cop car at like 110 kilometers and they won't chase you, whereas in Mafia, if you go through a red light or you're speeding, the cops will chase you, which, yeah, I found pretty cool. Which makes you sort of just sit back and actually take in the scenes. One of the best parts of the game is pretty much just driving around. The open world feels like it's brimming with life, even though it's not as packed with side missions as most of the modern open world games. It's just a nice feel. I think being in the 1930s, it's a pretty interesting time. Things were exciting. The style's good. The music is maybe not the best. That's one thing I wouldn't have missed at that time. But yeah, just exploring, taking the sights and listening to the radio makes you feel like you've stepped back in time. It's a slower paced experience, but I found really enjoyable. So is the Mafia Definitive Edition worth paying now in 2024? Absolutely. If you've never played it before, I highly recommend it. Whether you're a fan of the original or new to the series, I'm new to the series. There's something for everyone. The story's engaging. I haven't finished it yet. I think I'm about 80% way through the story, but it's that good that I will replay it. They should make a movie about this. It's amazing. The story's engaging. The characters are memorable and the world is beautifully crafted. It's not a massive open world game like GTA, but it doesn't need to be. It's focused, immersive, and incredibly well done. If you're looking for a game that combines rich narrative and with authentic 1930s atmosphere, give Mafia Definitive Edition a try. Trust me, you won't regret it. Thanks guys. Thanks for tuning in to my first game review. Hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. If not, don't worry about it. Cheers guys. Thanks.